these boots?
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Anything of use?
It's me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. That's the first thing I did. Mum always said to look for a temple if I needed help. But they said they couldn't help me. Because of the circumstances. That's what they said.
You'll be in a big...
Anything you want for supper. All the cheese your tummy can handle.
As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
I should arrest you all for gross negligence.
Not asking for much, just a teensy investment to get me started.
Nearly there now. You see the city? Up on the hill.
It's up there.
Something's on my mind.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. The cultists assaulted the gate. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
Here goes nothing. Nearly there now. You see the city? Up on the hill.
It's up there.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that for days. The feet hurt.
If I was a Sharon lookout,
What
this
in
is
the
the
hells
sort of
was
place
that?
I'd wait around. Whatever it is doesn't bode well.
What's that?
You did me a real fake. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from... We need a place to hide any good stuff we find.
How about in those stacks of hay?
You've had worse ideas, Merpon. A lot worse.
Halt, citizen! This is a restricted area. Explain. Funny enough for me to take you to Manip Nesta, I think. Come on.
The hell's you doing in here? This is a bar, not a museum. Now get gone.
With farmers, Chris. What are we gonna do in the city?
Pretty sure they need labourers to shore up the walls.
No point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without...
Armour, blade, the Rivington Den.
Oh, yes. Paramidius and Fred are clean.
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
Then let's go inside.
If you don't get out of there, I'm going to have to make you.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. Excuse me? I'm exceedingly charitable. Ask anyone in this wretched town. It's one thing to donate extremely generously to those less fortunate than oneself, and quite another to give away one's entire house. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. No. No, no, no. I won't.
I guess. Come on, Bob.
No. Don't you dare lay a finger on them.
The Rivington rats don't. Anyway, I have a lot to do now, those squatters.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
Anything you want for supper? All the cheese your tummy can...
This one time, you'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Arrest you all for gross
See betterment to get me started.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
And cheerful. Refugees for hire. Cattle, right?
How many red caps are in a handful?
Enough to clean Crimson's cage.
Send the bastards line up. Not enough to organise. They'll come for our homes, our jobs, everything.
Check out all that.
You won't need to.
Great. Think of all the work we can get here. Jimmy, I'm scary.
They take your gold, but they leave your rigs intact.
Yeah, well, this time they weren't feeling polite. They really put the boat in me.
And for what?
It's a giant battle bastards guarding the checkpoint.
That's an excellent idea. They should go straight to the source.
A few days in a jail cell.
That might be worth a look.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Don't take that on yourself. You know who's really responsible.
You could, Saul. I'm sure you did.
You made it here all on your own.
It was touch and go. Some close calls. The cult have claimed every road between Baldur's Gate and Eldergard. But from what you tell me, I had it easy.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
That's curious.
The state of this car. But what were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares.
We have no good choices.
Fortify the camp. Wait for the vampires to strike here.
And let them marshal all their strength against us. I do not like that.
Another quick. What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
This is front page material.
Kind.
Refugees. Outside.
Great headline.
Sir, you need to stay clear.
Fascinating. Our readers will be outraged. This is front page material. That'll make a great headline.
The Duke. Ravengard, I think. I heard he's a good man.
Let us talk to him. Please, if you could just...
We have the Duke
Stelmane is dead.
for the good of the people.
This does not bode well.
Please, in the name of the crying one, have mercy.
You alright? I'm fine.
Here we be! Take me to my cherished shore!
Nature's edict is to welcome all into his embrace. Salve all suffering by allowing his faithful to suffer the most.
I have all the evidence I need.
You don't even have the murder weapon.
Details, details.
Had nothing to do with his death.
this whole situation stinks.
They're damn near chomping at the bit. What's the plan?
Do you think Dribbles will have his animal friends with him?
Of course. He never travels without his friends.
Stinks of cheese between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extraplanar circus there is.
A circus! Can we go?
We travel from plane to plane, thrilling all blessed to see us. From tempestuous Ginny to belligerent redcaps, you'll find them all here. This is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji. Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No light.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you.
He never travels without his friends. Let's go.
The city's rumour mill is going mad. Thieves, murderers, a racket is what it is.
The Absolute army will be here any day
It
now.
has nothing to do with his death. Fretty, swear it. The Steel Watch will be
I'm
stuck
fine. You're the one who took a beating.
This is front page material. The Duke. Ravengard, I think.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Then you don't need to be in the city. Next! No refugees. It is decreed. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Oh, sure.
Fascinating.
No refugees. It is decreed. Really? Here I thought this was going to be a boring day.
Help! I'm being attacked! Eat this, you
junk!
God damn it all!
Recovery
Find
is
those
imminent.
bastards, or I'll have your heads!
Delicious. Impero.
Say bye-bye.
Concentrate.
Ready for this? Shifter. That complicates things. I need your help. The hammer's gonna fall.
Need to stay focused. On I go.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Down the hatch.
Looking ahead. Hopefully that doesn't scar. Never wanted the easy path.
You are safe. I'm here. I won't let anything happen.
Great headline.
Sir, you need to stay clear.
Fascinating.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. Let us remember our history together. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom our people now call Queen. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the one word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his Illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards our people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. There will be ice where once there was fire. There will be a void where our souls once resided.
Incredible to be back. My home. My city. Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it, too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. When we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did. I understand. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Haha! A kind way of saying, ye gods, I hope our dusty bones don't break at the first blow. Fear not for me. I will try my very best to keep up.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worm's Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible. Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing. I want to live too. But not under any circumstances. I have the power to choose now. And I'm going to make that choice. Myself. But I don't want to talk about this now. I've been given a huge gift. I can touch the people I love for the first time in a decade. And for the first time in a decade, there are people I care about all around me. Let me enjoy that, please. Thanks, soldier. I just want to celebrate this. At least for a little.
Worm's Crossing, the welcome mat of Baldur's Gate. This is it. I'm almost home. The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why? Well, in theory, it's simple. Destroy Cazador, stop ritual. That's assuming we want to stop the ritual. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare. I don't relish it, but my siblings lured thousands of people to their deaths over the years. I doubt Baldur's Gate would miss them. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting. Before anything else, to the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. Mephistopheles is one of the Lords of the Nine Hells. Raphael is not going to let any ire be tracked back to him. Perhaps Raphael even will gain from setting us on this course, who can say? All I know is I need to unravel the secrets around Cazador's ritual. And I can only do that in Baldur's Gate. Ah, my favorite traveling... Cazador sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. Now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering. Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most... I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
I can't believe it. And by killing him, you set him free. Not on purpose, or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? You sound like my father. But it was more than that. This was no mere attraction. was love. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jahira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no water deep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
Something good here, I hope.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
I was trying to concentrate.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Looks like a trap there. Looks like a trap there.
A trap. Someone doesn't want to visit.
Be very, very quiet. Step in softly.
Friend or foe, guildsman or stone bastard. Doesn't matter much anymore.
Taking my time in the shadows. Don't waste a step.
An idiot. That's who. Started a fight I couldn't bloody win. Ah! By the gods, it hurts. Help me, please. No. It's too late for that. No potion or spell can fix this. Get this blade out of me. Use it. Kill me. Kill me now.
There's something strange about the man dying before your eyes. Though in agony, he seems to be enjoying this.
If you had your guts falling out, you'd be eager too. I serve you death on a plate, and still you refuse to eat.
So, you're the lickspittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. He will not leave you bloodless for long. He will twitch you by the sinews, a puppet jerking and jabbing at his command. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching? Let's see what this does.